it's kind of the idea of, some companies see, okay, our wellness numbers are bad, so let's put treadmills and salads in the break room. But you can't treadmill and salad your way out of workplace problems around poor expectations or around harassment or those types of things. So this is why when you said at the beginning, physical, emotional, and mental health, the and is so important, is we have to realize that they're not going to all be easy to implement, but they're all important on their own. We have to look at it from all of them if you really want to move the needle on wellness.
And I like what you said there, because in that is the classic mistake of thinking of wellness as a siloed, or as one singular thing, as we are going to do a wellness initiative. But if you look at the emotional side, I mean, the stress, the emotional damage that can come from working under a manager who's a micromanager, or who is only looking out for their own self-interest, or working in an environment that is toxic or caustic at the very least. These take a huge emotional toll on the people who have to experience this, which is why when we're talking about wellness, we're not just talking about break rooms, healthy eating, fitness challenges, encouraging people to take breaks. Like, there's lots of great things that you can do, but it needs to also be spread through all of what you do in your organization, your operations, the way that you provide training and support to your managers, because your managers should be the ones taking care of their teams,
Yeah.
right? They should be looking out for the best interest and reporting back on, okay, we're struggling right now and we need X, Y, and Z, right? The role that the direct manager or supervisor has on the emotional well-being of their team is huge, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we've been using the same type of language for years around, people don't quit jobs, they quit managers, right?
Right.
This idea that the direct supervisor, the manager, the boss, whomever that authority figure is, if they are not properly trained and supported to understand the role that they have in over somebody's emotional and mental health, and how it's a trust that they have been given, that they need to be responsible for, and the way that they handle that trust says a tremendous amount about the integrity of that person.
Yeah. No, and you're right. And the thing too is again, the not consider we have to consider again, and this is why, we always talk about how impactful workplace culture is to organizational performance and productivity, because this is exactly it, right? Like, and one of the things that, when we talk about this concept with individual businesses, the idea, well, making those types of investments into manager training or into improving kind of a more holistic part of wellness, those are expensive things that we don't know. We don't know if we can spend that kind of money. And one of the things that we say back to them is, we say, well, you are already spending that kind of money because of labor value loss, right? The financial impact of these common workforce and staffing challenges. Because again, according to Morneau Chappelle, the cost of burnout related absence and loss of productivity can be close to 25% of an employee's salary. So if you have $100,000 employee who is burned out, every for 2 years, each year that's costing you 25% of their salary, $25,000 in low productivity and absences. So that is money you were already spending, you're already paying that. But if you could divert some of that into the more preventative medicine, then then you'll start to see things turn around. And again, that's just one employee. If all your employees are, then you're talking hundreds of thousands of dollars being wasted.
Chances are, if you've got, well, in any organization, guarantee you've got some people who are burnt out or on their way there. If you're a large organization, or you've got 50, 100, 500, 1,000 employees, the impact of this Yes, on an individual level, it is huge, but organization wide, when you start looking at the productivity loss that
Mhm.
comes from this, it's a massive waste of money and potential.